Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Saturday morning to you all. Hope you all are having a great start to your weekend, great start to your day. Going to give you an update on what's going to happen weather-wise, specifically for your Saturday, May the 14th, entering the mid part of the month. So we're going to talk about what we can expect today. I don't anticipate any, crazy weather or anything like that, severe weather outbreaks, major flooding, anything like that. But we're going to talk about what each area of the country could see and try to figure this thing out for you guys. So if you guys have not subscribed, definitely consider doing that. Like the video if you like it. The morning videos continue to definitely beat out the evening videos as far as views. So I appreciate the continued support with that. This is something I incorporated during slow times and started doing double videos a day when it got really active in the winter. I just kind of stuck with it. I'm going to continue pumping out the content even in the slower times. So I really appreciate the support even in the slower times. So if you guys got anything that I can pray about, please put in the comments below. It gives me an opportunity to pray over it, and it gives others an opportunity to do so too. So let's get rocking and rolling this morning. Water vapor loop, as we always look at this normally at the beginning of each video or either the satellite visibility, you still got the weather being influenced by this cutoff low or just a little spin. It's starting to get wrapped back up in the main flow of things, but it's still bringing some showers to areas of the Carolinas, Virginia, even all the way up to Maryland and Delaware today, and will continue to do so. There's a lot of areas in the country today. They're going to see some showers and storms. They're going to be very hit or miss. Some of them will be strong to severe, but I'm not anticipating any tornado outbreak, a major severe weather outbreak. But there's a very, very large area that could see that at least has a % chance to see showers and storms today. But I think an area we really watch today is this section of the mid and deep south today, where you already got ongoing convection blowing up in areas of Arkansas. Some hail already reported this morning in Little Rock. And you got an outflow boundary shooting through Mississippi. If you look really closely, you can actually see it right into here. That is an outflow boundary with convection firing up behind it. This will actually help to initialize more convection a little bit later this afternoon. But in general, let's look at what we could see today as far as storms. There's pretty much 3 areas where you could see a marginal risk. The light green is just a general risk of thunderstorms. But the marginal risk is where we can see the chance for some strong to maybe some severe storms today, but nothing crazy, right? Just damaging wind threat and a small hail threat. And then, there's always that isolated tornado threat, even though if you click the tornado icon, it's less than 2% in all areas. So there is a hail threat and wind threat for all these areas right now. But, we're really watching this section right here, a very small section of the Midwest, the Central Plains, and then the South Central U.S. here. But really going forward, we'll take a look at each part of the country. The Southeast today, you'll continue to get that little bit of a spin, but it will gradually lose its spin. So we're starting us off by about midday. And really, you could have some storms in Virginia, Maryland, near real close to Washington, D.C. around lunchtime, the Delmarva area in general. I don't think there'll be much in coverage with showers and storms in South Carolina and Georgia today. By about midday, you start to get to the afternoon hours, and they can start to pop up along the coast. So if you're taking a vacation along the Carolina coastline or Georgia, you could see a pop-up shower storm or two, but nothing too crazy. In the mid-Atlantic, it's a little bit more widespread. West Virginia, Maryland, Virginia in general, areas of southern New Jersey, you guys could see a little bit more coverage and showers and storms. But once we really get to the max area of the daytime heating, you're going to have your typical weather pattern here in Florida where you're going to have pop-up showers and storms. This is just very typical of this time of the year, even when the chances are low. But as we get into the evening hours, the later evening hours, we got to watch this little area right into here that can begin to develop in Arkansas. You guys could have some showers and storms even earlier in the afternoon. But I think as we get into later in the evening, you guys have to watch for any kind of congealed line of storms that tries to briefly form south of Memphis and just this area of Arkansas, Mississippi. So we'll watch this. It might not really develop or get going, but it's definitely something to watch as you will have leftover boundaries that could fire up showers and storms for my folks. So in general, in the Southeast, really anybody could see some showers and storms today. Anybody, even if you have like a 20% chance. Today could be that day where that 20% chance might happen right over your location. So like today, if you got any outdoor activities, it's a great day. It's a great reason, a reminder that it's always good to have a reliable radar app downloaded. Some of them cost money. The good ones cost money, maybe $10 a year, but you can drop an icon exactly where you are, and and it's very easy to figure out. If you guys are anytime you guys are confused about anything, really anything in general, just hit me up, especially weather related stuff. But as we're getting, if you hear my kids in the background, they are in the bath right now, and they typically holler and scream and fight because they fight over who has the most bubbles and not. But anyways, you guys know I got kids. But looking in the Northeast for my folks in Eastern PA, and really anybody in the Northeast today, especially watch this section right into here. You guys could have some pop-up showers and storms, even up in Maine, where I think areas will hit close to 90 degrees again in Maine today. And by the way, that was Caribou, Maine that hit 90 yesterday. Even more impressive, the fact that Caribou, Maine's all the way up in this portion of Maine right here. So very impressive high temperatures yesterday or the day before. I can't remember when it was. But anyways, widespread showers and storms. This is around 7, 8 p.m. This evening, late this afternoon. And I mean, listen, it's going to be very hard to figure out who's going to see what. But in general, anywhere from Michigan, Indiana, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, all these states could see pop-up showers and storms. It's going to be very hard to figure out where they pop up. Southern New England, maybe less coverage. You have a little bit, you don't have to worry about it as much, but these all could produce some strong severe storms, but I just don't think it's going to be a very big deal today. But my folks in the South Central U.S., like I said, Arkansas, watch out a little bit later this afternoon and evening. You could have some pop-up showers and storms. Missouri, you folks in southern Missouri, and even in northern Missouri, I think you guys will see some convection later on. But in general, figure out what state you are. If you don't see a lot of coverage in greens, reds, and yellows, it's probably not going to rain. But you never know. But anyways, the further in this area that you get, you could have some more coverage and showers and storms. That's what I'm saying. It's a very large area today that anybody can see anything in this portion, the central to eastern part of the country. Heck, even in the areas where they have no thunderstorms, like in just the white sections of the white, you guys could even see a pop-up shower and storm. It really could happen. It's just one of those days today. For the Ohio Valley and the Midwest and the North Central U.S., really not a whole lot going on today. Some showers around the Canadian-U.S. border in Minnesota and North Dakota could ride the country line there, if you will. Some showers is possible, maybe a brief thunderstorm here in northern Michigan, the Great Lakes region. And then maybe a line of storms tries to develop a little bit later this afternoon, this evening in South Dakota. But, nothing too bad. These could produce maybe some damaging winds, some small hail, but, it's really not going to be that big deal. But as far as temperatures today, I tell you what, widespread for the entire central to eastern U.S., it is going to feel like early summer. The only reason you got cooler temperatures in this part of the country is because that leftover piece of energy, that cutoff low, is still bringing a lot of cloud cover. This is really due to cloud cover and rain. But if you weren't being influenced by the cloud cover, you guys would warm up to the 80s, even in PA, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina. But, anytime you have any peaks of sunshine today, even in this area, you guys could warm up quickly into the 80s. And when you got some more clouds that move in it, temperatures drop 5-6 degrees. But look up here in the interior Northeast and Northeast in general, even southern New England. I mean, 80s and 70s, close to 90. I think areas will hit 90, potentially. In areas of New Hampshire and Maine today. Very impressive, but in general, just humid, not super humid, but humid and warm conditions across everybody. Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Indiana, Illinois, all the states you see into here, Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas, Louisiana, the Deep South, 80s in general with some 90s also mixed in. Very warm temperatures where you have much more drier air, so temperatures rise quicker in areas of central and western Texas. My folks out west, I know I never get super detailed for you guys, but, you're going to have a lot of moisture moving into Oregon and Washington State and then Idaho a little bit later today into the afternoon hours as another system moves onshore. So Montana, Idaho, same states, it seems like I always mention. Even Wyoming, a little bit some showers. Activity moves into Wyoming a little bit later today. And I really think in response to that, that'll probably keep you a little bit below average temperature-wise. But where you're not being influenced by this system, I mean, you guys warm up big time. Even in Montana, the 60s, Wyoming, 60s and 70s outside the higher elevations. And then the desert Southwest is really starting to heat up now, getting well into the hundreds. And Phoenix is even getting pretty warm now, getting close to 100. The valley areas of California getting warm. I mean, even the higher elevations, several thousand feet up in the air are very warm. Snowpack will probably take a hit with this, even in the higher elevations today. But that's pretty much all I got. I want to briefly mention the tropics, and we'll continue to try to figure this out. But the GFS continues to flex its guns at all the other models and all its other haters, if you will, and continues to show development of some kind of piece of tropical energy as we get into later next week. We are now starting to sneak into the mid-range, not necessarily the long range anymore. And here it is, down here, latest GFS, pops this low pressure, meanders it around the Caribbean Sea down here, and then hits the Yucatan, gets into the Gulf of Mexico, the week of May 23rd, and then continues to strengthen in the Gulf of Mexico somehow, and then plows it into the Gulf Coast. So we'll continue to figure out what's going to happen with that. That is not a forecast, but I will tell you the GFS is not backing down. It is not, and this will be a major win for the GFS. If even a named storm comes out of this, which would be Alex. So we'll continue to figure this out. God bless all y'all. Have a great day. I'll be with y'all this evening, and have a great day.